So today, I actually found out the biggest discovery in life. Why girls actually argue. Like, if you've clocked it, girls just love to argue. I don't even know why. Like, you can't have a conversation with a girl without her having to argue. Most of the arguments I've had in my life have been with girls. I have never really had an argument with a guy, like sit down and say you blah blah blah. It's always been with girls. But yeah, the reason why girls argue is because that's their way of talking. Like, that's their way of socializing. That's their way of holding a conversation. Like, you can never talk to a girl without her arguing. It's not normal for them. They have to somehow argue. They have to somehow bring an argument because it's their way of actually socializing. If they don't do that, they feel weak. Because think about it, like when you were young, you probably had like a little brother or something like that, and every time they annoyed you, you just wanted to slap the shit out of them. But you didn't want to get done by your parents, whatever, and so you just kept so like you could obviously argue about something, like something that's reasonable, so you could go and tell them that you have a bigger dick, than them, okay? But they say no, so then you argue, but then you show them you're okay. This is probably a bad example, but my point is that the same way that brother used to argue with you about something that was obviously clearly physical, like he could clearly see you have a bigger dick than him, but yeah, he kept arguing. It's the way, like, someone, like, if someone's not in power, they like doing that. That's why girls argue. They like arguing because they feel small compared to guys. So next time you have an argument with a girl, just see her like that little brother, because that's them. They will always argue about anything. Like, you'd argue with a girl about something that makes sense. Like, I deleted all my notes, but you still have dick pics of other niggas in your phone. And then she'll tell you, I'm gonna delete them, and then you still find them there. And you're thinking, why do you still have that other guy's notes, your ex-boyfriend's notes in your phone when you told me to delete my ex-girlfriends? And it's just confusing, you know what I mean? But then the girl will argue with you. She'll leave you because you told her that. And for her, it makes sense that she can have notes of her ex-boyfriend's black dick, but you can't have notes of your ex's tits. You know what I mean? You know how confusing that is. This is a real life situation, bro. Oh my days. But yeah, I clocked it. The reason why girls argue a lot is cause they feel weak. They feel like men are in control. I mean, I don't care what feminists people say, whatever, but scientists have proved it that men are, bigger species than women, of course. But obviously, you get the feminists saying we are all equal. I mean, I appreciate what they do, but I'm sure if they did a vote, even women would know that men are powerful and shit. But yeah, that's the reason why girls argue. So next time you actually sit down to argue with your girl, don't argue. Just see her like someone fighting for power, someone that feels weak and they want to show you that they are something. Of course, this video is not disrespecting women or anything. It's just my discovery. Like, I could be the next Einstein for this shit. Like, people would look back and say, wow, that was the guy that found out why girls argue. But yeah, so now next time a girl argues with me, I just shut the fuck up and just look at him like, you're just begging for power. You've got no power. You're just arguing because you want power. You know, that's your way of socializing. Like, especially with girls, like, sometimes you can't socialize with a girl because or they think that the best way of socializing is arguing. Even when you meet like with their friends and stuff, when you see girls with their friends, they're always just talking about other people. So it makes sense. This actually makes sense. So next time I have an argument with a girl, I'm never gonna have an argument with a girl again. I'm just gonna keep quiet and just see her like a little brother who's arguing that he has a bigger dick than me when mine's actually bigger, and you can clearly see that. Yeah. Peace.